I'm again all the way out here in Colorado. Actually, I'm in Utah. Boy, this is what happens when you travel a little bit and you seem to, I don't know, forget where your suitcase is, I guess. Today, I really wanted to discuss how we allow other people to create fear in us and kind of create, like, I like to think of it as a shadow on our optimism. Put us in a place where we fear failure because of somebody else's interpretation of what we think is true versus what we feel is true. And a lot of the times we give up unconsciously our power, our sense of ourselves to other people in this space, thinking maybe they see something or know better than us. And I really wanted to speak strongly to the fact that that self-doubt or that self-sabotage isn't necessarily internal always. Sometimes we give up our inner voice to someone else, and we allow them to give us a sense of right, wrong, good, or bad. And I really, again, you guys all know my belief system around right, wrong, good, or bad. I'm an advocate for throwing that in the trash can and going with the belief of what serves you and what does not serve you. And there's a little bit of, I think, in our programming from back when we went to school, that we have this belief that we need to know when something's right, wrong, good, or bad. But we have to really assess if we're in a state where we always believe that something is right or something is good. It may be a better way of looking at it as something that serves us, something that is beneficial, and something that helps us see something different. And just as much in something that is not necessarily good or not necessarily in alignment with where we're trying to go can also serve us. So that is why I kind of chuck this belief of right, wrong, good, and bad, because in every experience there's something good and something bad in that individual experience. So if you make up something is bad, you'll run away from it and you'll miss this really cool opportunity to learn something about yourself. So when I work with my clients, a lot of times I will say to them, you know, it may not have worked out the way you had hoped, or maybe someone's giving you insight or input in a direction that doesn't align with your truth. Is there some opportunity here or something that you can learn about the resistance that can help you either accelerate to the level where you're trying to go in your life, or in the relationship that can create empathy and deeper connection by allowing yourself to see their perspective. And the reason I gave this specific call today, or this talk today around this topic, is I really wanted to invite you to recognize if you're in this belief where somebody else is kind of raining on your parade or creating a shadow of doubt. Are you giving up your power and your voice to something because you feel unclear? Or maybe there's an opportunity for you to hear somebody else's perspective and not necessarily act on it. A lot of people love us. You know, I think a family a lot of the times comes in and tries to kind of, well, you really doing the right thing? Should you really quit that job? Or should you really be dating that person? You know, they always have some outside wisdom or input, but it may not resonate with you. It may not be of value to you right now. It's just really important for you to own your voice and own this space of growth and opportunity for you in order to embark on the journey that you call your life. And if you allow someone else too much insight or too much input into that space, you actually start living somebody else's life and it's not yours at all. So I think it's really essential that we kind of focus on how much we give up our sense of center and our sense of clarity to somebody else's insight. It's not necessarily wrong insight, it just may not be resonating with you at the time. So when you seek out advice from family or friends, say around dating, you really want to kind of ask for that kind of insight. Don't go into a space when you're not ready to hold a sense of your center and put yourself at risk of losing balance. When we indulge in getting insight from somebody else and we start to kind of invest in their insight, we lose a sense of understanding. You get dependent on other people telling you what your reality is. And a lot of people get lost right there. They get, in that spin of, I don't know, should I be with this person? Should I not be with this person? Should I take this new job or shouldn't I take this new job? You have to feel into things. You have to allow yourself to have the sense of fear, to know is it fear to go there and to explore and try something new? And is there a belief system in you that thinks that this shouldn't be the way it is? Or is there an opportunity for you in this space to try something so outside your comfort zone that you get to expand and grow from it and kind of detach from old programming and old belief systems that no longer are based out of truth? They're just old systems that no longer are needed. And I know I make it sound like a robot when I say that, but a lot of the times we have patterns of invested beliefs that aren't really based any longer on truth. They're based from maybe a childhood experience or a fear of abandonment that you need to unwind. So it's showing up in your life to help you unlock those and really kind of expand and not invest in these beliefs that no longer really are truth for you. So it's really exciting to kind of break into new spaces if you're centered. When you're not centered and you jump into, a new relationship without healing from a past one is a great example. I see people do this all the time. They don't want to be alone, so they jump into another relationship and they hadn't really gotten centered again back in their identity of who they are and who they are not. And a lot of the times in relationships, we kind of, we go into a people-pleasing mode, right? We try to, modify our behaviors to make someone else feel safe or comfortable. And it's not necessarily wrong, but you may go too far and lose a sense of yourself. And a lot of people get lost in that. And that's that time where you need to kind of take a break from when you were kind of morphing into something you are not, back into who you truly are. And giving that space is so important. If you jump right into another relationship, you're missing out on the opportunity to be healthier in that new experience because you don't have a sense of yourself again. You're repeating the pattern again and again in a new relationship. So that's just an example in dating. And this can happen the same thing in a job. If you don't take the time to properly assess all the important things you've learned from any interaction, you can repeat. You run the risk of repeating patterns and not really growing. You just keep on doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, which we all know that's the definition of crazy, right? So getting the time to really invest in yourself, really hearing when something is, is it projective thought? Is it fear of failure based on somebody else's belief systems? Or are you really fearing failure in this moment? Or is there a belief in you that really invests in this thought that somebody else is interjecting, this shadow they're creating on your optimism? Really find that sweet spot where you are in your voice and you're able to hear other perspective and not necessarily act on that perspective, but be able to take it in and kind of see if it serves you or if it doesn't. That's really the sweet spot where you really can receive and hear and connect and get support, but yet still stay centered in your sense of who you are. So I hope you're all having a beautiful day today. I think I'm in a slice of heaven today, truthfully. I think it's maybe 90 degrees out here. Beautiful sun, gorgeous mountains, beautiful running water. It's heaven, definitely. I hope you're all having a beautiful day. And again, don't forget to focus on having amazing clarity, communication, and connection. And if you're looking for support, by all means, reach out and send me a message either here on Facebook or go ahead and private message me. Oh, goodness. Private message me on Tamra at tamrablankenship.com. And if you would like to see this or other amazing videos that I have recorded from some compilations of other people sharing their wisdom, as well as me putting some of my little workshop studies that I've done, you're going to want to check me out on YouTube, and I'll attach the link down below for you. Have a great day, guys. Sending you all love.